Hey everyone. So right here we have Google Earth Pro. It's an excellent tool, and I use it daily, multiple times a day. And I'm going to show you a little trick with Google Earth Pro. So typically, as an irrigation consultant, we get the AutoCAD base files from our client, which already have where all the hardscape is and the buildings, the houses, the pools, and so on and so forth. But let's say from your guys' perspective as a landscape designer, if your client doesn't want to pay for a survey and there's an existing satellite picture, is what you can do. This is the community of Essentia. And if it's too new construction, you don't see it. But let's say you had a client here in one of the earlier phases and they wanted to they had put in maybe a basic backyard, and they wanted to do changes. So here at this home, they wanted to come through and do a design. Well, it's really nice here. It has a pretty, Google Earth has a pretty accurate measurement tool. And so you can see this sidewalk is about 4 feet. And so I'm going to use that measurement. And then also we have a scale bar right here. So if I'm going to do this turf design, is I can take a screenshot. I'm going to take my little snippet tool and I'm going to take a snapshot of this, and then I'm going to save it quick as a JPEG. Now I'm back in AutoCAD. I'm going to go under the Insert tab and I'm going to click Attach. And that's going to bring up the image. I'm just going to drop it in here. And then what I want to do is, so this is 76 feet. I want to scale this. So 76 feet. And then I'm going to do 76 feet. This is the scale bar. And then they have this cool little align tool. That then I say, do I want to scale it? And I do. And now, let's see, how close are we? Is this, it's about 4 foot is that sidewalk right there. So that confirms what we measured in Google Earth. And so now, I could trace this up, and I can create my base file. I know all my hardscape. I know my where my walls and fences and building are. And then, if you wanted to be very exact, you can use this as a good general base and then go out in the field and verify measurements that you're not too far off. And so now from here, I know this is my turf area, and I haven't done this before, so you're going to see the whole process of me laying out heads for the first time. Like that one, so come across. Make sure I'm making my head-to-head spacing. I turn off one of these functions here. And then it looks like I'm going to get into 2 rows. So a good way that I can do this is, so 33 feet. So that's rotor. So I can go 33 divided by 2 is going to give me 16.5. So if I go just as a general rule, 16.5. Ooh. Let me see. This lower one is 8. So I could do 16.5, I guess. Actually, I'm going to show you a double. So then let's say I wanted to tighten up. So 33 divided by 3. So 11. So this keeps me at the 11 mark. Let's see how this is going to go. This might be interesting. Yeah, I'm not liking that. So I'm going to go back. And I'm going to work on this going across here. So I can make these probably 10 foot. Here's 10 foot. Let's see what I do if I do this as 10 foot. Push this back. And this is 10 foot. So I'm a little shy here, so I'm gonna do like 10.5 feet. Let's say. Ooh, this is hard. You can see we're getting tricky here. Because now okay, I had paused it and then I really went over and looked. This is a difficult area. So what I did was I came back and kind of massaged all these heads around. I didn't want to confuse you guys too much. I went back and forth. As you can see, even this layout's not perfect. We have a little overage of that. This arc is overspraying this head, a little over here, and so forth. This maybe can shift this way a little bit. But in these, sometimes you're not always, especially in small residential areas, you're not going to get always perfect coverage. And so it's difficult. You as the designer of the landscape, you have the opportunity to help bring efficient designs to eliminate some of these problems and help bring water savings designs to your clients. So if something is a difficult design where you're not having proper head-to-head coverage, you have the flexibility to redesign the planters or the patio, hopefully to then not only appease your client, but then bring them something that is going to look good in the long run. Now we have all of our full heads in here. I'm going to come through and we're going to find out. So this is 8 foot. So again, we start back on from the insides. Now this is 9 foot. We're going to work our way around. This is 11 foot. And as you see, I'm just kind of rounding and I round up unless it's really close. So then this is 13 foot. This is 12 foot. Should be 12 foot. And, skip that from overspraying. I'll shift this. There's a lot of shifting in irrigation. it's head to head. Maybe if I do this as and there is your design. So let's put in the heads. So since 8 foot's our smallest, is we can still use rotators in this instance. If we had anything smaller than 8 foot per se, we'd have to definitely do spray. And there you have it. It's not going to go up on my trophy case as the best design, not due to my fault that I did bad head layout, but because we have this intricate complex area has now caused for this complex design. And so that's why sometimes you can spend a lot of time using different arc sizes and radiuses to then come up with your final design. It doesn't always come quick and easy. And so that's where you have to take a little break and look at it from multiple angles. That's what I did on this design, and I hope you do on your other designs too.